This is Morten from English. We are still here with Holly from IST Intech. Good to see you again.
Hi, Morten.
I mean, we spoke a little bit in the previous episode, a little bit about the differentiation and how important it is as the lamps maybe to some extent get a little bit commoditized in the market, right? And you have something wonderful here because one thing is, of course, the value of having the LED lamps as curing instruments for the digital space. But it's also about saving energy. It's also about how to extend the lamp's lifespan.
Yeah.
So you have something that is really cool here, right?
Yeah, so this technology's been inside the lamp for a long time actually, but it's just not really been utilized. And so basically we're trying to find partners now where we can utilize that that makes it more accessible faster to integrators and machine builders. So we've been working with GIS, Global Inkjet Systems, and they're manufacturing drive electronics for print heads, and also they're developing software.
Okay, so that's what they do as for their living, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so the software is just a component of what they do, basically.
Yeah, so they offer that to integrators if they want to basically speed up their development process, because this is all there ready for them to sort of plug and play solution. And finally, someone's taking care of the LED as well, or the curing, because you have all of other aspects integrated, but yeah, this wasn't integrated, and now they've had a program which is called Atlas Ready, and now it's possible to then use the software to drive the head, the lamp head.
So when you say drive the lamp, it's basically the same way as you have controller software for the inkjet, the print heads. You also need to have controller software for.
You need a signal, and to control. So typically, how people integrate is it's a simple trigger signal. So the lamp is on and off.
Yeah.
They don't typically, or more commonly, control different segments, for example.
And maybe it's not so easy to see, but in the mirror you can see there's some LEDs.
Yeah, we've got 3 segments on this system.
Yeah.
And if I just click here, then you might be able to see it a little better if they light up. We're running a job here, and basically you can see. It takes a moment to load.
Oh yeah.
You can see.
And here we go full in, right?
Yeah, and you can, and we can turn off segments. And ultimately, what you want to do is then basically use the image to determine that.
Yeah.
And
yeah, because this is just a showcase of that you can actually control across the bar. Yeah. You can control can you control it down to, is it like a cell, or can you control it down to I would say the individual LED?
No, it's down to the mod. We call it a module, so a section.
Yeah, so that module can then have like full
intensity.
So that's energy power, of course. Energy, and as you can see on the screen, that is also showcasing, of course, the temperatures that are generated by the excess energy, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So here you're getting basically a health status of the LED system, which becomes more and more important in high value industrial print applications. If you imagine a display manufacturing situation where you're manufacturing, it could be even the adhesive curing, that if you make a mistake and something's not cured properly on that's a big amount of waste.
Okay, of course that makes sense. So basically, depending on the ink, depending on how much ink that has been applied to the substrate, you can then control how much energy you need in order to cure it.
In theory, yeah. Or, as you said, energy saving.
Yeah.
If you have...
if you have hundreds of these, of course it plays a role, right? Yeah.
It's all the little things, isn't it, that add up, we all have to try and make our manufacturing processes more sustainable, and that's one thing that you can implement quite easily,
But one thing is that what you said here, but I think also what you said before we turn on the camera, that by not using the lamps, it basically also extends the lifespan, because I think that everybody who's going into LED UV, a little bit afraid because the cost of UV inks are more expensive, a little bit afraid how much does it cost to exchange your lamps, and how frequent you have to do that. And now you can basically show everything here, right?
You can, obviously you can limit the unnecessary time on and increase. So we typically, these outlive the machine that they're in, and the ability, these are actually you can actually service them and change components as well quite easily. And the life of LEDs has obviously extended a lot since the beginning. So But yeah, anything that you can do to minimize that unnecessary use is a positive.
Wow, fantastic.
So,
I'm excited to hear.
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Morten.
Great.